In this video, I'm taking a Louisiana classic dish and cooking it on my loco griddle. It's smoky, savory, spicy, and everything you love about the food of South Louisiana. It's a good one, folks, so let's dive in. Hey folks, Chef Jean-Paul here, cooking on my loco griddle once more. Today I'm be cooking on my tabletop version, loco on the go, if you will, the one I take on the road when I travel, whether that be hunting camps or homes or whatever. Today we're cooking pastalaya on this griddle, and if you're not familiar with pastalaya, it's basically like jambalaya's cousin. It doesn't use rice, instead it uses pasta, but all the necessary ingredients to jambalaya right here on my cooler. So I have my griddle set up around 375 and the temp's rising fast, so I think now's a good time I can start building this pastalaya. Now having this pastalaya ready to go is really going to make it easy in the cooking process, because now that everything's cut and ready in separate bowls, I'm basically just adding steps and levels of flavor right onto that griddle. So just some, this is avocado oil. You can use peanut or canola, whatever you have. You're just using a little bit just to give that griddle a little bit of shine. Right now, I have some homemade andouille, and I have some tasso ham from a meat market down in West Louisiana, and I have some pulled chicken meat. The griddle's hot, the oil's on. I want to add my sausage and ham first. I want to get good color on here, nice and roasted and caramelized brown on all sides before I move on to that next step. One thing I do like about my loco griddle is that all of them have lids on them, and for preparations like this where I know it's going to take time to kind of develop and caramelize meat and vegetables, I have it set, my meat's on there, now I can close the lid. It just helps retain some of that heat of the griddle and that ambient space within the griddle, and I think allows for a lot better cooking when you have that lid on. Take a look at our sausage and tasso here. It's looking pretty good. I've stirred it a couple times, and you can see how it's really starting to develop that flavor. Time to move on to that next step. Now, I like to add my onions and garlic first with my mushrooms to start getting that nice and roasted. And because it's looking a little dry, I'm gonna add a bit more oil to it. And from there, you can just kind of stir fry it, if you will, fold that into the sausage and tasso mixture. Onions and garlic and mushrooms are looking good mixed into that sausage and tasso ham. It's time to add your celery and bell pepper. Notice I haven't put any salt or Cajun seasoning in it yet, because that's because I'm really trying to develop the flavors here and really caramelize everything you see in this griddle. And if I don't add salt, it's gonna really aid in the caramelization, leaving it unseasoned. All right, now all my Trinity is in there, my mushrooms, all my sausage and stuff, that's in there. And you can see, look how much color is coming off. We're riding around 325, 350 right here on the griddle. It's time to add my chicken and my pasta to this. All right, so chicken goes in again. That's just like pulled rotisserie chicken from the grocery store. Then I'm gonna add my pasta. That's like one box. I guess that's a pound of bow tie pasta. What I wanna do here, now I want to season it. Now you can use any type of like Cajun seasoning or even just salt and pepper if you have your own like little mix that you like to use. Just slap your mama. I use all kinds of different ones, but this is a good one. Go ahead and mix that chicken with the pasta, with the peppers and sausage. Just get it nice and mixed. Once you have it nice and mixed, you feel like, all that stuff's back together really nicely. You can go ahead and just spread it out on your griddle. Close the lid. Let that pasta and chicken get nice and hot. All right, here we are, pastalaya. Not done yet. Now you notice I have some chicken stock here. I'm gonna add this. This is gonna deglaze the griddle, also get all those brown pieces up, and it's gonna help kind of like bind as well this pastalaya together. I'm adding a good bit, probably about 3 cups. And what I like about this griddle, of course, with cooking this dish as well, it's almost like cooking in a big cast iron skillet. Not much different than you would actually cook a pastalaya, from a traditional sense. You
And close that lid and let that pastalaya come together with that stock and all those flavors. All right, our pasta's been in there with that stock for quite a while. Let's see how it's looking. You want to come up close. You'll see there's just barely some juice, some residual liquid there, and that's what I want to see. I want to see just barely any liquid left to kind of wet that pasta up. That's looking perfect. So I'll cut the fire off. Still got all that good residual heat from the griddle. I'm gonna mix that in. This is where I'm gonna add my thinly sliced green onions or scallions and chopped parsley to that mix. Get it all in there, and I'm gonna just combine this really well. As that pasta cools a little bit, all that moisture and juice kind of folds into it. I mean, that is just looking phenomenal. It's looking just as good as how you would make it in a pot. What's up, everyone? Chef Jean-Paul Bourgeois here, pausing you for a second just to tell you how much I appreciate you, love you, and thank you for watching this video. There's a bunch of other great content on this channel, so if you haven't checked it out, please do so. Like, subscribe, and turn those notifications on, and I hope to see you down the road. All right, so Brandon, I didn't think this one really through all the way, and I'm left with just a glass mixing bowl to serve it in. So I don't have a fancy cast iron skillet to put it in or some expensive serving bowl. It's gonna go in a glass bowl, but that's ready to go. Actually, before I go any further, let me just try a little piece. Almost forgot one thing. A little homemade hot sauce at the very end. That vinegar just punches it up just enough to really make it sing. And that's it. Other than that, seasoning is on point. Look, these are the colors that you want to see out of any good pastalaya. Vibrant green coming off from the green onions and scallions at the end. Nice browned sausage and chicken and mushrooms and vegetables within there. A nice soft, not mushy cooked pasta. Let's give it a shot. Woo, that's looking right, bro. Game over. That's a great little cheat for those making pastalaya the traditional way. You want to boil your pasta at home, bring your big local griddle, cook it for the masses. Man, I'm telling you.
We're deep in the heart of Texas. From the tidal marshes to the South Plains, you earn every duck, every hog, every bite. Out past the Austin skyline, where roads turn to dirt, the smoke's mesquite, and the stars hang in the night, barely out of reach. At Duck Camp, meals come from cast iron, seasoned with sweat, smoke, and a little gunpowder. This is Duck Camp Dinners, the Texas tour. Pull up a chair. Dinner's ready.